George Foreman, the former two-time world heavyweight champion and the guy who holds the record as the oldest heavyweight champion of all time, he recently did an interview in which he talked about Anthony Joshua and the state of the heavyweight division. I'm going to interject points here when I'm quoting from George Foreman because he's asked about different things. So first of all, he's asked about Anthony Joshua and the state of the heavyweight division. He says, "Oh boy, what a heavyweight fight Anthony Joshua and Klitschko put on. Oh boy, exciting night for boxing. It was something exciting. Had me on the edge of the seat. Once again, it's a good fight for heavyweights. And there's a guy in the United States, they call him Wilder. Wilder is good. And once these two guys fight and meet in the middle of the ring, the world will come knocking again as they did for Conor McGregor when he fought Floyd Mayweather." Foreman is then asked if heavyweight boxing can come back to a golden age. Foreman says, "I think so. This Anthony Joshua is something from the past. He's good for the present and he's going to be spectacular for the future. Joshua, oh yes, he's a fighter. He's a good one." Foreman then goes on to talk about Joshua versus Klitschko in terms of how memorable it was. Foreman says, "The most memorable fight he's ever been in as far as I'm concerned." And he's talking about Klitschko here. He goes on to say, "He laid it down on the line. He had to fight. He did fight. I'm proud of that for boxing. But that Anthony Joshua was something from the past. He was something from the past. You don't find that kind of fighter anymore." All right, so those are the words of George Foreman. Now, I've been telling anyone who would listen for the past couple years that we are entering a new golden age of heavyweight boxing. Finally, finally it seems, judging by the questions that were asked in this particular interview, other people are starting to catch on. Yeah? And here we have one of the fighters who was in probably the greatest golden age of heavyweight boxing, George Foreman, from the 70s, when Ali and Norton and Frazier were around. One of the most famous, if not the most famous, golden ages or golden eras in heavyweight boxing. George Foreman says, absolutely, this can be a new golden era. I'm paraphrasing, obviously. You heard what he said exactly. He said absolutely because this Joshua guy is something from the past. Now, I think it extends beyond Joshua. I don't think Joshua's carrying the whole heavyweight division and he's the only reason it could be a new golden age. No, I think it's the other guys around as well. But, you know, this kind of goes some way to strengthening my position and my claim that I believe we're entering a new golden age of heavyweight boxing. I really do. We're already in it. You know, we're in the early stages of this golden age. And as it progresses, it's going to turn out to be incredible. What I would like, the one thing I'd like is a trilogy, because the previous golden ages in heavyweight boxing were punctuated by famous trilogies. The 70s had the Ali Frazier trilogy. The 90s, which is seen as the next golden age after the 70s, the 90s had the Holyfield Bowl trilogy. So hopefully this era we get some type of trilogy. Two guys who styles just gel together perfectly and make for an amazing fight every time they get in the ring together. Who would those two guys be? If there's to be a trilogy in this era, which two fighters will it be between? Drop your comments in the comment section below and let me know how you feel. And let me know how you feel about everything else I talked about in the video. Alright? It's happening, I'm out.